Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you that are new subscribers, hello. For those of you that are just watching, please feel free to hit that like button, subscribe. There's a lot of content coming your way, but I will state some things right off the bat. I'm sorry for not uploading in the past couple of weeks. I had clients, life. I got sick for a little bit. Don't worry, not COVID, but I was feeling a little fatigued and tired, and I just couldn't handle everything at once. So my new upload schedule is at least twice a week if I can do it. And I will be taking a lot more user videos. With that being said, I am planning on streaming on Twitch once a week, and we can definitely watch any YouTube videos that you guys suggest and do a real one-on-one real-time thing. With that also. Part 2. In the future, you guys, a couple of months from now, you guys will definitely see a huge upgrade in terms of quality, sound, and pretty much everything, because I am going back. Can't really state where or what the time period, only because that's a separate video that I'm making, separate from everything. But yeah, you guys will definitely see an improvement with all of that going on. With that said, this video, this whole series was actually commented by one of you guys, and it is No Game No Life. We'll go ahead and start with No Game No Life chess battle, and I'll give you guys sort of a, quick little breakdown on each little video, and then we'll do an overall thing. So I haven't seen No Game No Life before, so this is really interesting. Oh, at least we know that they're siblings. Trying to bargain with us. I really like the character design. I'll give him that. A chess? I mean, yes and no with chess, because there's so many theories that you can do. You can even do the bomb cloud or King's Indian defense, a lot of different stuff. It just depends if you blunder. But I mean, if you memorize every single sequence, I don't know, Carlos Magnus or Hikaru, then yeah. Between going first and second. Is it a bad move if... Of course, the panning shot has to be in there. But is it a bad move if you're covering all your pieces in this way, right? Okay. Oh, there's still more. Oh shit. There's so many things I want to ask about this. It's a blitz. How much time was there? And I already have some theories. Alright, perfect. That ended right there. Right off the bat, this sibling relationship's a little weird for me. Granted, I know that there's a lot of anime expectations, and I'll try and ground this in realism. A little bit, only because, as I said, anime tends to throw that out the window as much as possible. Yeah, there is a couple big things right there, which is the way that they're communicating, right? The way that there's almost no boundaries, right? Her sitting in his lap like that, and they seem way too comfortable for that to just be a one-time occurrence type thing. So I wonder right off the bat, what is their attachment, right? How deeply attached are they? How does that affect them on a daily basis? Can they live without each other? What do they do outside of this, right? And if they're saying that they're very competitive, and they didn't have to take this challenge on, but they took it nonetheless because they're challenging blank, as I stated in the beginning. Why is that? What does it mean for them to go ahead and be the best? Does that give them purpose? And if so, right, why does a game give them purpose that their life does not. You know, it is such a interesting way to look at, you know, this particular video, this particular clip, that like, you know, if you're putting so much of your emphasis of your life being given meaning by being the best or by winning, right, then what does losing mean to you? And also, you know, have you lost in that perspective, right? So there's a lot of different theories that we can go into. For example, like nihilism, right? Or existentialism. Let's start with that. Existentialism, which is the, like, the fear of death, essentially. Or your life being sort of motivated by death, in an essence, right? But if your life is being driven by the fear of failure, right? I'm wondering about the social consequences being like, when you communicate with people outside, like socially, what does that mean for you? Can you handle that, right? Outside of a game setting, like a one-on-one setting where there is no game, right? Or do you have to twist your mindset to fit that game setting? There's so many little interesting things that, like, if they were my clients, which I do have a lot of clients that are dependent on one another like this, you know, I'd kind of want to ask them, like, what does this mean to you? How do you go about this? Like, you know, what does your sibling mean to you, right? How does it play on a day-to-day basis? So yeah, first video, and you know, at the very end we'll go on a large spiel about this, but this is just a quick little one, and I have to use my phone for this, so bear with me real quick. Okay, beautiful, and it is up and running. Oh, right off the bat, we're going into some, like, oh, okay. Wow. So dependency is real. Yeah, no, the dependency is neat. This animation is, it's the best. What is wrong with those two? Damn. I think I have an inkling. So, separation anxiety is clearly obvious. Just by watching the video, it's amazing. I'm probably going to get into the series, like, you know, off of the animation and stuff. But, yes, separation anxiety is clearly evident, right? In terms of, like, them being in separate rooms, having this panic attack, or having this, like, anxiety rush towards them, and not being able to function, right? So I wonder, how long has this been going on? Do they have any outside family members that come in and check on them? And are they siblings? Is there anything particular about that relationship? What is the extent of that relationship as well, without further going into details about that? And yeah, no, it's interesting, right? So I actually do have a couple of clients that are very similar. Not a brother or sister, but actually like a son and mom, where the kid's in his teenage years, and, you know, he gets really anxious when he's not around his mother. Very, like, dependent, like, a lot of dependency issues there. And this, granted, this is her stepson, for example, right? And it's coming out of another, I'd say, a rough situation, right? Where, you know, the father figure in the relationship passed away, and there's a lot of different factors at work, right? That these two bond over that, right? I also have brother, not brother sister thing, step brothers coming together because they were sort of the black sheep of the family, right? They were expected to do certain things, and when one of them wasn't up to those standards, they just started growing dependent on one another. They started seeing each other as allies in this battle against injustice. So, and I protect all my clients, I protect all their information. As I said, just generalizing some of the stuff that's been out there that I've encountered, at least. I've seen the anxiety attacks, I've seen panic attacks, especially when they're not in the same room or in the same vicinity where they can easily reach out to one another. Especially if their phone dies, that's a major one, or any form of contact, right? It's a lot of interesting stuff. I'd really want to go down, like, if I had the opportunity to go ahead and, like, sort of do a counseling session or therapy session with one of these individuals, is, number one, you know, when did this start? You know, is there any factor, especially when they were young, as an attachment specialist, that's sort of what you look at, is like, did you guys, like, you know, what is your relationship? Are you guys siblings, step-siblings, cousins, whatever, right? That plays a huge role. Number two, how was your life growing up? Like, did you have a normal relationship with, like, your parents, right? Or was there a lot of shuffling? Did your parents get remarried and you were introduced to one another, right? Number 3, what is your standing in your family? Were you guys black sheeps? Were you guys not, right? Number 4, right? I keep saying right a lot. It's just because that's how my brain checks off things. What is anxiety to you? And when did this first start manifesting? Social settings, friends, environment, and you can go on so forth and from that. I think this is really interesting. I personally love seeing little things like this pop up and representations of anxiety. And I'm sure, as you guys have seen, I lit up. Like, I really just lit up during these moments in ReZero, which I'm sure is going to come. You guys will probably see the other video like the next day that this video is uploaded. But yes, I absolutely love moments like this because you get to see the human mind at work. And sometimes we just take it so for granted that, like, when you look at situations like this, you're like, it kind of clicks. This is what a panic attack might feel like. This is what anxiety might feel like. You know, this is what sort of isolationism might feel like. And I know that in Japan, not just in Japan, but like in other cultures, there's a lot of people that are like not into education or training or whatever it may be, right? Like they're sort of isolationalists or NEETs, as they would call them, right? So, and the only reason why I bring that up is because, like, I've seen Konosuba, which is hilarious anime, right? But yeah, like people that are a little bit isolated from the world, these barriers that they have built up, they haven't built up around every other individual but the person that are there with them or themselves in that situation, right? So how do you tear down those walls without tearing down a human being? Well, you start by addressing the issues, right? If you start by addressing the points that I made earlier about, like, if we were in a session, what does that mean to you? How did this grow up to be? Super interesting. I might actually start watching No Game No Life. This will be on my own time. I am not going to upload that. As I said, I will upload any anime or video clips. If you guys have any other clips that you guys want me to analyze and throw up, let me know. And I'll go from there. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great day. Practice some self-care, and I hope you guys enjoyed your stay. Love you guys. Bye.